Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to Somaliland National Television English News Program. My name is Farhat Sheikh Habib and I'm here to update you with the latest top stories. Coming up, the main news headlines. Somaliland President sends a message of condolence. Somaliland Minister of Information and National Guidance opens 3 days workshop. Welcome back, and now for the main news in detail. The Somaliland President, His Excellency Ahmed Mohamed Mahamoud Silaniu, has on Saturday sent a message of condolence to the family, friends and the people of Somaliland on the death of late Hassan Abdi Khaire, who passed away in the capital city of Somaliland.
Message to the families, friends and the public for the loss of Hassan Abdi Khaire, who died in Hargeisa on September 8. The President had described Hassan to be among the few people in the country who have invested in rebuilding the country and the smooth process of the rebuilding bees in the country. The press release has also described Hassan to have assisted in the current government in developing the country and implementing its programmatic manifesto. At the conclusion, the President has prayed for Hassan's soul to rest in peace.
The Somaliland Minister of Information and National Guidance, Mr. Usman Abdullahi Sahardid, alongside the chairman of Somaliland Journalist Associations, have opened today a 3-day workshop on collaboration among journalists.
Somaliland Minister of Information, Mr. Usman Abdullahi Sahardid, along with the chairman of Somaliland Journalist Association, Huto, launched 3-day workshop on establishing collaboration among the journalists and Somaliland police. Mr. Huto, the chairman of Somaliland Journalists Association, who spoke at the event, described the training to be very critical in building cooperation and friendly working environment among them. The Minister of Information, Culture and National Guidance, Mr. Usman Abdullahi Sahardid Adani, mentioned that the key objectives of the workshop is to strengthen the peace and security of the public, as media can easily result in negative revolution among the public.
Admas University in Somaliland has for the last 2 years established a School of Postgraduate Studies. To find out more, I've conducted an interview with the director of Postgraduate School of Admas University. Hello, we are still doing our conversation on education, basically focusing on what do universities in Somaliland provide to students, whether they are degree level or as well as master's program. Admas University has for the last 2 years established a school of postgraduate where students learn more about a higher education that's higher than degree level. So there is with me here Tersit. She's the director and the director of the postgraduate school of Admas University. I will be asking her questions related to the postgraduate and what Admas University plan to do with this postgraduate.
Thank you very much, Barakat, and thank you very much, Somaliland National TV, especially the English program. As you said, I am director of the School of Postgraduate Studies at Admas University, which is a department aiming to create and produce capable, responsible students in the master's level, which is the missing components in our perspective in Somaliland. As an undergraduate, we were able to produce large number of students who are capable of managing several institutions. But at this level, it's our belief, the universities believe, that we need to have students who are going to be leading, independent, and those who are going to be able to do things on their own, which is the main objective of a master's program. So based on this, we have been running the program for 2 years, and with a lot of challenges and positive things, we are almost at the end in making sure we produce our first master's level graduate in human resource management and project planning, which we are very hopeful, and we are certain that they are going to be the first batch of graduates who are going to be creating skilled professional management systems, be it as a human resource management, most importantly as a project managers. So this program is intending to produce and make sure these graduates are going to get engaged with already established institutions, which most of them actually are working already. But at the end also we have a mission to create an association of graduates, master's level graduates from Advanced University, who are going to come together and create a consortium who is going to be in charge of identifying major challenges, how it should be shaped in terms of projects, and what kind of engagement or systematically set professional directions to project implementation, evaluation, and related activities is what we expect the School of Postgraduate contributes to Somaliland.
So can you tell us, can you tell us what do you do as a mission to work on meeting the required standard? That means the student that you are producing at the end of the day, that they are meeting the requirement to a level that we can say he or she is a qualified postgraduate student.
Thank you very much. This is a very critical question. So what we make sure in the first place is they get a quality education by having qualified instructors with a qualification that is deserved for the master's level. So as a university, what we did is we recruited instructors who have PhD. We are not just saying we are picking PhD holders, but we are picking instructors who have been engaged in such department system for long. Our main pool of instructors is obviously from Ethiopia, but we are also aiming from the highly reputed universities like Addis Ababa University, Jumma University, who has highly reputed instructors in human resource management plus project-related experiences. So the first thing we make sure so that the students, when they go out, are capable is to provide them with qualified instructors and a qualified curriculum. The curriculum, even though we adopted initially from Ethiopia, we also made it contextual so that it can reflect the desire, the demand, and the interest of Somaliland community. That's why we were focusing especially on the project planning and management, which is a developing area of study, but it is highly demanding because most of the things you see in Somaliland are project related, be it as a private initiated, be it a consortium between government and the private sector, but mostly it is in this direction. The second thing is we have the learning system which is 75% student based, so that they can develop the capability. Throughout the coursework, what they do is from the small level article reviews, producing reflection papers, doing presentation, and evaluating currently existing projects within Somaliland as a case study in the classroom or in the class studies. So this way, we also prepare them in identifying socially relevant issues so that they can do the learning and then also reflect out on what is demanded. By the end of the day, also, the most important is research, for example. So when they do their research, we check what kind of areas they are going to do the research on and how they are going to do it by giving them a proper research methodology. And even after we did this, last week, as a good example, we had our first preliminary defense session. Sometimes you assume things are going well, but unless you evaluate it and see whether it's going or not, you will not be sure.
That brings us to the end of our English news program on Somaliland National Television. From me and the rest of the team, I leaving you. Until then, take care and goodbye.